If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, what's it like to be a shy person? Answer by Anush Kumar Agarwal. I was very shy person. Though I am not now. It's very hard to be a shy person. Situations made me not to be shy and I am quite bold now. When I was a child I never talked with anyone. I remember once in my primary school, schoolmate said to my sister we were thinking he is dumb and he cannot speak. As I speak only when I need to. You cannot express boldly to your crush or girl whom you like. Before you give a try someone else would have impressed her in the eddy. I have a good sense of timing. I cannot express my humor in front of everyone boldly and loudly. So whenever I use a crack joke and the person sitting next to me overhears it and projects it loudly and makes the whole class laugh. Everyone thinks it is him but it was me. Note, my views about shyness is based upon my experience. And it may vary from person to person. Am, is, H. Answer by Manisha Chaudhary. Being a shy person has no advantages of its own according to me. Shyness simply deprives you from all the opportunities in your life which would have made you smarter in terms of dealing difficult circumstances in your life. I am myself an extremely shy person and because of this I can feel myself lagging behind all those talented people present out there. Shyness simply pulls you hard from achieving a confident state in life. I'll share my experience that how being a shy person has deprived me of all the possibilities which would have helped in carving out my inner talents to showcase to audience out there. I never take an initiative to talk to any person in real world. It's not because I don't like to talk to people but because I don't feel confident enough to approach anyone to discuss about anything. This hinders me from mixing with people and hence I remain deprived of the ideas, opinions about our people. Whereas on contrary, I'm a lot interested in knowing the opinions, different ideas, different approach of different people towards life but never have courage or confidence to approach anyone. In that case Quora is my savior, but it won't help me to deal with people in real life. While talking to anyone, the most important thing that should be kept in mind is an effective eye contact. And me? If anyone approaches me to talk about anything, I can never make an eye contact with the person I am talking to, be it a guy or a girl. Especially guys. And this is a really very harmful trait with the perspective of having an interview, giving presentations, discussions etc. I am very much passionate about writing, painting, sketching and transcription. But hardly used to participate in inter-school or inter-class competitions. It was simply because I didn't have enough courage or confidence to compete with other participants. It's worse that a shy person can do to himself/herself. Nobody cares about your talents unless you're an achiever in a particular field. A person who is maybe less skilled than you is receiving an award for his/her work whereas you are just clapping and there's nobody out there who knows about your inner talents. And you appear to be simply a dumb person to others. When I was in 9th standard, I assembled enough courage within me to take part in self-composed poem recitation competition. I participated in it and also received a certificate for my performance. I was feeling so proud of myself but then after that, history repeated itself. I am so shy that I am not close to even my parents. I never share anything with them. I love them a lot. But hardly any conversation takes place between us. I remain in my house 24/7 but hardly take any initiative to talk to them. Sometimes I do talk to my mother. But never ever share my inner feelings or life problems with them. All we talk about are studies, sometimes future. But nothing more than that. All in all I see shyness as a negative trait. It deprives you from pursuing what is called as a real enjoyment in life. People make numerous comments about you for not taking any initiative to talk to people, for remaining quiet all the time. They often term you as being insensitive as you are too shy to express your tenderness or inner feelings. And the worst thing is, you just don't want to escape from this. You keep on convincing yourself that it's okay to be shy. It's simply a personality trait. But it's really harmful in long run. You have to sacrifice your love towards different activities, your urge to talk to people, your desire to ask for a particular thing or people and desire to question about something which you don't find right or having doubts regarding them, just to remain the way you are. Do you want to raise your voice as well? Do you want to show your power? But you remain as you are, achieving everything in your dreams. Shy people have their own beauty. Shyness is also necessary, but when your shyness approaches its extremity, it can be harmful. It can be really harmful. Answer by Barry McGinnis. Hideous. I have pretty much overcome my shyness now, but for many years it was my main source of stress. In my case, it manifested as an absolute dread of interaction with other people, not because they might hurt me, but because I had no idea what to say without embarrassing or humiliating myself. I also feared that anything I might say could be wrong and unintentionally harm them in some way. I was so fearful of getting it wrong that I practically inhibited myself from saying anything until I felt sure it was okay. I would try to figure out and rehearse what to say to people in different situations using as few words as possible so as to exit each interaction as soon as I could without appearing rude. Of course, this didn't always work. If someone asked me, for example, why I liked/disliked something, I would run around inside my head looking for all possible responses to that, not just the words to say but also the manner of saying it, the attitude, the body language. I was simultaneously trying to say the right thing and quickly end the conversation. Instead of actually noticing how I felt and just saying that, I would mentally simulate different possible responses, trying to figure out which was sufficiently dull and simple to not invite further questioning. Of course, all the time I was going through this process, over the course of maybe a couple of seconds or more, I just blanked out as far as the other person could tell, which would have been weird for them. Then part of me would sense that I might be taking too long and looking a bit weird, so I'd suddenly try to hurry up while at the same time feeling even more self-conscious, self-evaluating and self-inhibiting. Then I'd just blurt something out, anything, in the hope of getting away with it. I found that I could relax a great deal by drinking alcohol. This allowed me to speak easily to different people, but it also seriously impaired my judgment. Sometimes I would spout out things that were just plain daft or inappropriate or outrageous, the very opposite of how I wanted to come across. But at least everyone else was drunk and acting the same, so I blended in. Over time I worked out a general strategy which was effective most of the time.